actually come out this further and rest on top of this. You know what I'm talking about? And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back to just our hidden line view. And there is a way to go about doing that. And so taking a look at this, and what I want to do is I want to go ahead and use under annotation another thing here called region. And I can make what's called a filled region or a masking region, and it can go either way. So I can go to masking region, save the project. I'm going to go ahead and make a masking region go like so. I'm going to go ahead and start it here. I'm going to go out to here. I'm going to go up, and I want to take it to here. I'm going to go over there and bring it down. Okay, and when I'm done, it actually masks it. Okay, so now I've actually got that. That detail taken out of the way. Then I've got a couple of things I got to get rid of too. This is actually probably not what I want to see, and I can't really erase them, so I've got to just create these regions to kind of make that work. Now under masking region, I can also make a different kind of shape. It doesn't have to be a rectangle. It can be several different points. Let's see here. Yeah, I can go ahead and chain and select the line segments. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw this masking region going here to here, and here, and up to here, and then down there, and click, and then that hides that. Okay, so I've got this different information. And the last thing I would do here is I would go to my detail line, and I just go ahead and put in some lines to pull this across. So I go here to there, and I go from here to there, and then bring that down. And go from here, and touch that, and from there. Okay, and that's how you go ahead and complete that. And then I probably go ahead and just bring this right across, like that. So I'll grab this line, grab this grip, and pull across like that. Okay, and that is how we go ahead and we make that. And there's going to be a little bit of, I might have to change that and make that pull down a little bit. Okay, all right, and that is how we go about making that kind of a view, right? And then sometimes you kind of like mess it up when you type it. But anyway, that's the basic idea. So you put the lines there and so forth. So now I've got the basics, and you get the idea. You may have to think around a little bit by going here and then saying, bring the front or send it back, and then I've got that, and then I really want to change those around, or I can go ahead and take that and send backward. I want the lines. Anyway, I think you get the idea. So you can kind of dig around the lines and so forth and make that work. And if I send this to back, and go to the very back, and you've got that. So you get, I think you get the idea of that. So now we've got the basics. I'm basically doing AutoCAD type stuff now. Now that I've got that, I've got my basic content in here, and now I just need to put in my all these different leaders. So to put in leaders, this is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to go to here, and I'm going to go to this right here, and I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to make it 1/4 inch aerial because I think that's the right size. I'm going to click here, go there, go over here, and it's 12 inches by 24 inches, and that's too big. Freaking slide on grade, so I'm going to have to change that. And so what I'm going to do is rather than use that, no. I'm going to change this to schedule default. Let's try that. I'm going to go here, and I think that's better. 12 inches, yep, by 24 inches, thicken the slide on grade. Okay, and then at that point, it's just kind of lather, rinse, repeat. You just keep on doing the same thing. And so at this point, I go back to here. I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to go and I'm going to touch this and grab this and then go there to there. And that's going to be anchorable. And this is where you're going to want to line them up and so forth. So as far as putting those in, those all just act the same way. You just keep on putting those in. If they're a little too big, I can actually change those to 3/32. That might be the better size. Yeah, 3/32 might be better. So might just have to be, yeah, 3/32 looks like it's going to work a little better. So then we can go ahead and pull this down, and I can pull that back up, and that's how we do that. So what we just did here is we saw how to go ahead and start to put this together, and I'm putting in notes, and you get the idea. You basically just, you're basically just doing AutoCAD now. And then we do bottom plate, and then I'll just do a couple more here. And then the bottom plate is click here, and then touch it there, and it lines it up, which is nice. And I go here, and it lines up there, and B-O-P-M, P-O-A-T-E, and we have to edit that one. And way to keep on consistently doing that, but let's see if we can do it that way, see if that does it that way. Okay, and so we just go ahead and continue to put this content in, and we go ahead and complete this detail with those different tools. Are there any questions about this? Okay, because this is how you do it. So essentially, you start with a section, and then you use the section. You kind of like tune it. You kind of pick the detail that you want, and then you begin to put notes in as well as your content, as far as putting in your different details and so forth. And remember, all of your content is down here in the detail items. I put it all in there. So everything you're going to need is right there, and then just going to put in some notes. And so that is how you go ahead and do that. And then the last thing, how do I do door schedules? We're going to look at schedules.